Murali Sreeshankar's journey has been nothing short of heroic. After a career-threatening patellar tendon rupture, the long jumper's Olympic dream seemed shattered. The pain of missing the Paris Games during the peak of his career was gutting. But Murali embraced the grueling road to recovery. For 8 months every day was a battle against the odds. And now, Murali has shifted his focus to the future with the 2025 World Championships firmly in his sights.
Recovery has been really good. It's been 8 months post my surgery, and recovery has been going as much faster than as we expected. And I have started my RTP, like return to play protocols and everything, and it is going really well. And I'm just getting back to my full swing training. I've already got back to my full swing training. I haven't started my jumps yet, but jump specific training like drills and everything I've been doing. And almost I've recovered quite a bit, quite a lot from after the surgery. And since it's not like a normal ACL surgery or like a ligament related surgery, it's a tendon, it's a patellar tendon rupture. So the enormity of this injury is quite high, and it's to be frank, it is like a career ending injury. So to come back from that, it's a Herculean task, but so proud of my team that we have been able to do it quite well with the team at IIS and my physio like Priyam, everyone. Like we have been working together so diligently over the past couple of months, 8 months, and the amount of work we put in have given us like good result now. Actually, the rehabilitation began the day immediately after my surgery. So after my injury and before my surgery, we had got like 1 week to like plan everything out, and we used that time like properly to plan the next 8 to 10 months, like what I'm supposed to do. So the rehabilitation was planned like very diligently with my physio, like at what stage what has to be done along with the team at Aspetar. And we have been regular in touch with the team at Aspetar also. And it has been like quite a hectic process because the process has to be like slow and steady. And also, since my injury is a kind of a very rare injury, like not many people have this patellar tendon rupture, so there are very less literature also we can refer to with respect to how to come back from this injury. And it all depends on how my body responds and reacts. So the process has been like very carefully charted out by the team at IIS with my physio and everyone in play, the strength and conditioning expert. So basically, it's a very tiresome process, to be honest. Like after the initial couple of months, which was mainly focused on rehab, we moved on to the strength and conditioning part. So I used to spend like around 4.5, 5 hours in gym in the morning, and then 1 to 2 hours in the rehab in the evening. So that process has been like quite a toll on me. Like I used to spend almost like probably like 6 to 7 hours every day doing my rehab and strength and conditioning. So that was going for like months. So I was just keeping on working on different aspects of my body, just to make sure that my knee is getting the stability, knee is getting the strength. And once I started the RTP, I'm more like being a regular athlete. Now I'm doing my drills, I'm doing my running, I'm doing my jump specific drills. Just that I'm not doing any long jumping yet, but all the other things I've been doing right now. वो जब लिया था मुझे पता चल गया कि पैर टूट गया है. So that moment when I landed in the pit only, I got to know that the thing is over, because I instantly knew that the tendon has been detached from the patella, because um in the knee we can find that patella, no, the kneecap. So that patellar tendon is attached to the kneecap. So I could see the attachment like coming off, and when I landed, my kneecap was in one side and the tendon was like completely distorted. So I could know that the tendon has been gone and the Olympic hope is over. Like I couldn't, I like the only way forward I have is surgery. And also like, since this injury is like very uncommon, like it is only seen in like accident related cases or high impact injuries. So the kind of recovery expected was also like pretty much uncertain. Like for example, if you say ACL, like you can say that in 6 to 8 months, with proper rehab and everything, the player will be like back to their full condition, full recovery state and everything. But with respect to patellar tendon, like there have been like very few cases like you can refer to. I only have like two of my fellow friends, one jumper from US and one jumper from Cuba, who has got the same injury like me. So I instantly got in touch with them. I tried to understand their rehab protocol. I tried, like both me and my physio, like we were in touch with different people around the world to get maximum number of literature with respect to the patellar tendon injuries, patellar tendon rupture, stability of the knee, and we got in touch with the Aspetar team. Moreover, it was like a learning process, like for both me and my physio and the team around me, like what to do to make sure that the knee is back to normal. And there were like lot of opinions that no, you won't be able to come back like before, the speed qualities won't be like before, but we are getting back to that condition. We are getting back much better than how I was before. So it all depends on how your body responds to it. It all depends on how you are mentally prepared to face the adversity, and how you are mentally focused and committed to put in your efforts to the process. Yes, it's a very very long and boring process to the core, but you have to be willing to put in that effort to make sure that you are getting back to track. So right now, since after 8 months, I'm seeing some incredible results in my training, and I'm pretty much getting back to who I was before. But since the magnitude of the injury was big, it will take another few months for me to start jumping and get into the previous shape, like how I was jumping like previously.
The emotional weight of missing the Paris Olympics just as his career was reaching its peak was heavy.
I'm aiming for a competitive return by June, July. So that's what I'm expecting. So in that way, I'll have probably another 6 more months to like prepare myself for the in a competitive way. Right now, the RTP's block 2 is in progress, and we have been ticking mark all the parameters which has been suggested from the doctor's side, which has been suggested from the physio side, and what has been expected from my dad's side also. Like we have been ticking all those parameters now. So hopefully, like we don't want to rush out things. So and the I went for a 6 months post-op consult at Aspetar in October, and the doctors and the physios are absolutely happy with how things have progressed. They have been really happy, and they gave us all the green signal to start everything, all the training as normal. And since this because of this injury, I don't want to rush out things so that we are leaving anything behind. And I want to work on the fundamental aspects of my training, like fundamental drills and everything, to make sure that everything has been relearned properly, because this is a new phase of my career, like new stage of my career, and I want to make sure that everything has been learned properly, and we are just going one step at a time, slow and steady, so that by June, July, I'll be in a good shape to start competing again. To be frank, yes, I'll be sad because I missed the Olympics at the most prime stage of my career, but at the same time, like as an athlete, I can't like dwell on my emotion. Like I can't let my emotions handle what I'm doing right now. So that's the main reason why I decided to do the Vicom Wala project during the Olympics, because sport is something I love enjoying the most. So irrespective of if I'm competing or not, this is what I love enjoying. This is the same thing what TJ also told me. Why this is the same thing I love doing. So so if I get an opportunity to do it again, I will definitely gonna do it. So I got a chance to like watch Olympics in a very close proximity, and also to give my insight about the sport in a very close platform. And I was very happy to do it as well. Obviously, I was a bit sad during the long jump day because I was not competing, but at the same time, I was very happy that I was able to give my insight, watch the sport more closely, get to know about a lot of other Olympic sport, cheer for the Indian contingent and everything. So it was a nice experience. And past is past. We have LA 2028 in place. So 4 more years, actually like 3.5 years. So just gearing up for the big event. So just leaving all the past and everything behind, and gearing up for the big event. हाँ, obviously थोड़ा सा ऐसा लग रहा है क्या कि हाँ, yeah, we had a chance. Obviously, I had a realistic chance, not just because of the result I had in the previous year, but also because of the way my training was progressing. But we have to accept the reality. Like as I said, we can't dwell too much on my emotions, and I can't let emotions control my everyday life, because that's the life of an athlete. Like you have good days, you have bad days, you have terrible days, and we just have to leave everything behind. And tomorrow is a new day, and we have to work for what's best for us. So obviously, I was a bit sad, but I was taking all the positive. I was looking at the technique of the jumpers. I was looking the kind of competition. I was looking at the track where like we had like the new Mondo track was there. So there were a lot of things I can learn from these Olympic Games. And of course, like LA 2028 is going to be a totally different picture. So instead of like thinking about okay what has gone past or what I have missed, I've just managed to like look at the positive side of it and to get myself prepared for the next Olympics. Hi, season like the season has been quite a bit problematic for him as well. Because like for every in every athlete's career, like there are ups and downs, like, and it's part of an athlete's life. And also, I had this injury, and he had this setback also. But it doesn't. But the way we have been competing for the past 2 3 years were like highly incredible. Like I was pushing him, he was pushing me. Like there was a very good healthy competition, and also like I was training with him the like sometime back 2 3 weeks back, and also like the way we are pushing each other, like that's a healthy competition we have, and hopefully in 2025 we'll be back again competing, pushing each other to new heights again. So that sort of competition is required for us to come into the global stage, because every time we discuss we knew that yes, we are going to do it in India, but we have to bring that same competition and same competitive level when we are competing abroad. So that's the one challenge which we have, and I'm hopefully in the coming years with a lot of experience, a lot of competitions abroad, like competing numerous times abroad. I think we will get that experience and we'll be able to replicate what we have been doing in India also. So yeah, it's just a matter of time. Athletes have their ups and downs, but I think once we figure out what it is and how it has to be done, and then by hopefully in the coming years we'll be able to do it. 2025 World Championships is coming, and 2026, as you know, like how crucial it is when it comes to like the World Championship. I mean, the World athletics. There's a new World Championship coming in with all the prize money and all the structures coming in, and there are Asian Games coming in. There is Commonwealth Games coming in. So 2026 is going to be a very crucial year as well. So we're just gearing up for that.
Murali aims to qualify for the 2025 World Championships, and if that happens, it would be a legendary comeback.
The main target will be to qualify for the World Championship. That is the main focus I've been aiming, and to start competing by June. And there are certain marks in my mind which I need to achieve both in India and in Europe, so that I can get like sufficient points to be at the World Championship. So we have been planning everything out, like charting everything out with respect to training and everything, just one step at a time. We have been like thought about like, okay, this competition we have to achieve this as of now, because that's still a very long way to go, like 6 7 months to go again for that sort of process, like thought process to happen. But I have certain marks in my mind which I need to achieve, and also to get some good points for the World Championship. And my main focus will be to compete, to get myself qualified to represent India at the World Championship. That will set tone for the 2026 season. So 2025 is like a pre-tensing routine for my 2026 season, and I'll be like, since everything is going in right place, I just want to make sure that all the rehab and all the efforts and all the training will has to go on the right pace, and also at the right time. Everything has to be done right with respect to the doctor consultation or physio or like whatever inputs I want. And I just want to make sure that everything fits in properly, and I just don't want to repeat the mistake which I've done like the previous years. So that's the main focus for me in 2025, and to get myself healthy as like to healthy for competition.